The Boys, Season 5, Episode 3, and this episode is a good episode. I wouldn't say it's a great episode, but it was a good episode. I mean, all this episode was explaining the obstacle, and that is at the end of last week's episode, episode 2 to be exact, that therefore Soldier Boy was gone. Soldier Boy was dead, dead, dead. And then he woke up like a zombie. And we're like, how does this possibly be? How is this possible? And what we find out is that Soldier Boy got the very first version of Rod V with equal vitality onto the list. So technically, Soldier Boy is immortal right now at this point in time of the show. And naturally, I mean, this episode is all pretty much like, God damn it, how low, low, and low, how far they will push to showcase how insecure Homelander is. Like, the moment Soldier Boy is getting pictures taken, you can tell he's like, he's not number one, he's not the most powerful. He how do you live? How how do you live? How do you live? And like and then you find out immortal and you hear the words immortal and vitality and living forever. He's his insecurities to keep getting shown, and now we understand how more fucked up his mind is because we're seeing him having these visions, someone's calling him, all that kind of stuff, and what he sees is like an angel heaven Jesus kind of figure of Elizabeth Shue character from season one, the one that Homelander killed at the end of that season, and she's just saying the words clearly that Homelander wants to hear in his head, like like when the moment I hear the words Homelander is like Jesus. I mean, knowing who Homelander is based on, it's all about far-fetched, but him, getting comparing himself to Jesus, you just go, what in the world is going on here? Like what? Like I know it's been 5 seasons. We're up to season 5. We got 6 more hours of this guy, let's 5. Let's say 6 to 5, just in case like the final episode's like a massive epilogue or something. I don't know, but this we got at least 6 hours of this guy, and they keep making him do worse and worse and worse, and making him be weird and weird and weird. I mean, Soldier Boy is like, dude, you're fucking weird. Like you're odd. Like he walks in and sees Homelander having a bath in milk, not cow's milk, West milk, because we all know that this dude has a bit of a complex. I can't show you the end of it because it's not just a regular dummy. Anyway, it's it's just it's like this. Like okay, we know what the goal is now. That Hona wants to live. He wants to live wherever he wants to. The Highlander, yeah, because he wants mortality. He wants to live forever. It's just and so the boys have to find this like a visual version of V of what V was a V1 before Homelander does. And you just understand like sure, like you have all the character stuff doing with like Mike is more like season conflections and have characters reflect what they have or like remember what you were at the beginning of the season because you have like and now what you are now because you have like the son of what was it uh Lucian, the invisible guy, that Huey killed in the second episode of the first season. Well, the son shows up in this. The son shows up in this. So clearly, what it's meant to be is like, okay, Huey reflects his whole journey to this point of what he was at the beginning of the show and now what he is now, and how far he has come, and reflecting on the whole thing of, and also the question of, do you tell the guy that, because the son of hallucination wanted, Billy's Homeland killed them, while reality it was Huey. Um, it's it's one of those situations where you just go, yeah, it is one of those. Because anytime we're with the boys, like when we're with them, while they're looking through files, that's basically what's also happening. It's just them reflecting through the entire show, reflection time, and also what they want to do and what their goals are. And like, look, a show like this, like anytime you have a character basically saying, "Hey, I want to be kids and want to way together and live on an island," you know that they're at least one of them is gonna bite it. I think I would be shocked by episode like 8. No, no, wait, this 8 episode. Like episode 6 is when like it's open seasons. Like everyone is slowly dropping off and all that. Um, oh, the boys, the boys. There's one line in this episode that made me laugh, absolutely laugh my head off. So spoiler alert. Soldier Boy and Firecracker hook up, and home, Soldier Boy asks Firecracker, "Why are you shaving your woof down there?" And she's like, "Why? Is it an issue?" Nah, no, it's kind of, what's the point going down there if you're not getting a little fur? I was like laughing my ass off with that line. I was like, I might use that. I think that's the only boys quote I will actually use as like a joke. Ugh. What? What's the point of going down if you're not going to get a bit of fur? Okay. I can't help but laugh myself over that. Um. And that. Oh, I was also going to mention something. Oh yeah. And to insert the more of the insecurities of Homelander, yeah, is he beats up his own kid. Like, this is a guy, I realize, Homelander is one of those characters who doesn't share any form of accountability. Like, this is a character that, like, he will find a way to twist it and make sure that ain't true in his head. In his head, he'll make sure, like, his Ryan fronts him and saying, "Hey, did you sexually assault my mom?" And he's like, "No, no, it was true love and all that." But Ryan's like, "I can hear your heart rate, man, and you're lying." And he wants, naturally, Ryan wants to beat the shit out of his dad. And the moment he, like, the quietness of Homeland just smacking his own son and blood, and like blood. I mean, seriously, every punch could also be just a Johnny stuff. It could just be a Dunny suck of like him going wee wee. Because we all know Homelander is just a big ass baby. I mean, once again, it's not like far first knowing who he's based on, but it's, it's just a weird. Once again, 5 to 6 more hours of the Homelander. What the fuck else you be doing? Um, but yeah, it's just and I just say I like the episode. I didn't love the episode. I'm like, just like listing down all like, oh my god, this moment, this moment, this moment, this moment. I can't believe the A, B, and C and E, F, G. The Boys, episode 3 of the final season. Comment below and let me know your thoughts.